If you really want to get in touch with me, doing it through you, I mean, I love the comments from YouTube, but also make sure and email me if it's something important to Steve Zook, the number 7 at yahoo.com or pokesoo@gmail.com. But anyway, somebody emailed me and asked if I use reverb when I do my Lord demos. I don't use anything, folks. Right now, I'm just using a $50 mic. I think it's a CAD mic. And the only time I ever use reverb is like if I'm demoing like an electric guitar or something with my old PV amp. But all the demos that you hear, all the demos of like the LH-300s, and I mean most of my Lord demos are unplugged. It's the guitar that makes that natural reverb. That's from the violin voice top. Listen to this. That's the guitar. And this particular LH-300, I'm not kidding, man. This is one of the probably the best one I've had. It's got some flame on the back. I know it's hard to see, and but I think they spent some extra. The carvers just keep getting better and better at this. But every guitar is a little bit different. But all the LH-300s are great guitars, and they all have the reverb. But some have more than others, no doubt about it. But I get really good stuff on the Music Link because I buy directly from the national sales manager, Brian Jones. I've been with these guys for 11 years. And the owner of the company likes my playing. I'm really hooked up with these guys. So, but this particular LH-300 is really, really has a sound. It's got such a great reverb. That's just all natural. Like I said, using the $50 mic. Hear that reverb? This has more reverb than even like a Gibson L5 or L7 because those are not violin voice. This has that kind of old Epiphone magic, like the Epiphones from the 30s, 40s, and 50s that were violin voice, the master built made in New York, because there was a lot of European luthiers in New York and Chicago at the time, so Epiphone was smart enough to get those guys on board. Those guys had backgrounds carving violins, cellos, upright basses. See, the Music Link studied the old Epiphone archtops and the old Gibson archtops, and this guitar has the best of both worlds. But I just want to reiterate, yeah, I never use any, when I do my demos on the Lore, most of the demos are actually unplugged. And if I'm plugging in like something like a 350 or a 650 or a LH-280, I always mention that I am. But you know, when you hear that great natural reverb from one of the Lords, it's the guitar, man. Yeah, they sound incredible. This guitar is only $5.99. It blows away an old Gibson L48. It blows away an old vintage Gibson L50. Most people would agree with me that it sounds even better than an L7. I like the Gibson L7s, but they're kind of compressed. They don't have that. It's kind of a reverb bloom. They don't have it. Even the old L5s don't have it. The old L5s, if you really know guitars, they're overbuilt. They're beautiful guitars, and I like them, but they're overbuilt. They don't ring out. They don't have the orchestral holographic, bloom. And I'll tell you, folks, the Lore is the real deal, and I get some of the best ones around. A lot of dealers buy them from distributors. I go direct. I've been with these guys longer than anybody. I'm really hooked up with them. As long as I'm doing this, let's just do a diminished like. So. Here's my A. That's just a half step, whole step scale. I use an extra heavy pick, small one. But see, you learn how to play with weight, and that helps too. But it's the guitar that's creating that reverb. This guitar, and I'm not, like I said, it's hard to see the flame on this, but this one's got flame quite a bit. It's kind of subtle, which is in some ways almost more beautiful, because you kind of look at it, and then it just starts kind of appearing. It's interesting. Like you look at the guitar, you start to move it around, and you start to see flame all over the place. But man, this is the best sounding 300 I've ever had. Whoever gets this is gonna be lucky. Sound. But yeah, the violin voice makes all the difference in the world. It makes the tone kind of more pianistic with overtone series, and it's a fun thing to learn about. You hear that tone? What a tone, huh? What a sound, man. I'm really gonna miss this 300. This sounds unfreaking believable. It really does. But yeah, somebody emailed me asking, "Oh, do you use reverb in your?" No, I don't use anything. When you hear these great Laura arch tops, and I do get some of the best ones. It's not bullshit. It's that natural reverb. I'm using a $50 CAD mic. That's all I'm using there, and I'm actually just using the recording system on my computer. Nothing high tech here at all. I have no outboard gear or anything. The only reverb in this whole office is in my PV amp, and like I said, I only use that for plug-in electrics and whatnot. But yeah, this is incredible. That's a unit 4. But yeah, can you hear that? The reverb is just unbelievable on this guitar. And when you play with a little more weight, you really bring it out. That's why it's good to practice all downstrokes. All downstrokes. Listen to that power. As well as down, down, up, down, down. You switch strings, go down again. Yeah, this is an amazing 300, man. When this one's sold, everybody's gonna be emailing me down the road. Oh, is that one still available? I'll get you a great one, but I'm telling you, even Chet Atkins said every guitar is a little bit different. And like I said, with the arch tops, it's very interesting. I've sold a lot of Laura arch tops, a lot of 700s, a lot of 600s, a lot of 350s, a lot of 300s, and it's been really, really fun hearing the difference. But man, some of them, they're all huge value, but some of them just really speak, a little extra. So, and this is one of them right here. I used to have 5 Gibson L5s. It was part of my collection, and I had a 36 L5, which some think is one of the better years because it's X-brace. Still too compressed sounding though, still overbuilt. This guitar actually sounds better. I know it sounds crazy. This sounds better than an old $8,000 L5, but it's just I love the old Gibson stuff, but I think I prefer like the L5 CES. That's a really nice guitar, but their acoustic stuff was just plain overbuilt. It's cool, but it's overbuilt. Like even like a Super 400, it just doesn't ring out that much. It sounds good, it sounds cool. Elvis used to use it, so it's got the Elvis factor, right? And it's they're cool, man. I'm not if you guys love that kind of stuff, I love the old Gibson arch tops. I do, I love them. I've had a million of them, but the Epiphones with the violin voice top and the Laura arch tops with the violin voice top, they're better guitars. You can hear it, man. You can listen. go to a trade show and play an old Gibson L5 or an old L7. You're not going to hear that reverb. It's not there. That's just diminished. Another diminished arpeggio to augment it. Great exercise. Augment it. What a sound, huh? Listen to that. I could play this all day, but yeah, whoever buys this LH3, I can't believe I even still have it. I don't think people realize how rare it is to get a guitar this good for $6.99 or for $5.99. Yeah, because when you just buy from the big boys, you're just getting something from the pile, folks. With me, I'm on top of it. I make sure you get a great one. All right, take care. This is available if you'd like a great arch top that sounds like something you can spend thousands on, but you only want to spend $5.99. Pretty smart move, huh? This is available. It's probably going to go pretty soon. I can't put this guitar down. I really can't. Yeah, I'm using a $50 mic. If you're interested, email me, Steve Zook, the number 7 at yahoo.com, or pokesoo@gmail.com, or call me, 714-548-0385. I might be with a customer in a session or something, so I'll promise to call you back. All right, folks, take care. Keep the faith.